Ladies and gentlemen, hello there, I'm Zauberhaft. And Elizabeth immediately wants me to go right straight into Rapture Metro. Yes, I believe that the battle I have fought in the previous episode was the very last one, battle for the Bioshock Infinite, and I coped with it quite well. I'm guessing it was quite well. Elizabeth has fully restored her powers and opened the tier, the new made tier, back to Rapture. Why am I saying back to Rapture? Has she been here? Oh, I'm guessing that thing. Neither of us, neither Booker nor Elizabeth have been to Rapture yet, but I have been to Rapture. This is why it sounds like a fair return to me, with a welcome sign on top of all this. The icing on the cake is that this very location is, I'm guessing, the reception center. I mean, it looks exactly like it, the reception center, where the original Bioshock, the very first Bioshock, even started. And I guess the time has come for us to close the case of Booker DeWitt and finally sum up the whole bunch of stuff, a good chunk of information. Let me see whether the actions we have committed allow us to get out of the time loop we've got into. Does it still lead to the inevitable brainwashing and indoctrination of Elizabeth and the blazing destruction of New York and potentially the entire world, or we have actually finally changed something? Where does all that music come from? Whoa. Speaking about the time and space, this is the time when Rapture is already almost destroyed. Everything is going down. I wonder if I meet any splicers here. I'm guessing not. Rapture. Attention! All Batosphere travel is now denied.
This is where we have to go.
But the music is still welcoming around here.
What is going on? Elizabeth, what do you mean this is a doorway?
I'll have to show you.
She will show me. I'm guessing she can now see every reality and every possibility, just the way Comstock tried to. But Comstock used the device of Lutece's, and Elizabeth, I mean, she can see everything all by herself. Her actions are not impeded by anything. She is the goddess of time and space, like a Deus Ex Machina or something like this. Or Dea in the feminine meaning. Anyway, I wonder if we can just right now go to Lutece's and say, hey, your deal is settled. We have finished everything. Or almost everything. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, is it even worthwhile still? Maybe it is. But I'm guessing everything kind of loses sense right now. Regret this? No, you're gonna remember that travel for all your life, Mr. DeWitt. Oh yeah. Kashmir Restaurant.
City at the
Bistro.
bottom of the ocean. Ridiculous.
Oh, that is not. If only you could know this, Mr. DeWitt, you would realize that this is not remotely ridiculous and it is not remotely funny if I remember the fate that awaited for the Rapture. It is not that nice and shiny as it could possibly be. Are we going up? Oh, yes, we are!
Look at that.
We are above it.
Thousands of doors. Opening all at once. My God, they're beautiful.
The stars?
Wow. What do you mean? I see only one door currently, and just judging by that
Come on.
thing we've
Come on, it's
seen
this way.
down there.
Come on!
Okay, I am going, Elizabeth. Really. Judging by what I have seen down there below the water, it was not like a couple tens of miles, maybe. Not too low. Not too far from the surface of the water, I should
Are
say.
you going to open it?
It's no good. Damn it. I thought once we were here,
R
I could
stands
fully
for
control
either
it.
Rapture or Ryan.
What is that?
It's a key.
That guy was kind of selfish
Where'd it come
bastard.
from?
It's always been there.
Oopsie.
just
Visible
couldn't see
walls. Have we just teleported the key out of parallel universe where the key is present? I guess it's no big deal for you right now. Oh,
See?
that was unexpected.
Not stars. They're doors.
Doors to...
To everywhere.
Wow.
All that's left is the choosing.
You know what? Mr. Robert Cialdini said, when you got like one or two options, you need some better choices. When you have like 6 to 10 options, you are kind of okay with that. But since you are given like several tens of options, you say, hey, why am I supposed to even bother with this? I will always pick one of them without choosing. I will just find my favorite. But how is one supposed to find a favorite universe or door or something like this out of this many? Look at this infinity of doors. I mean, every single star, even in the heaven, I mean, up there in the sky, every single star, every single dot is not the star. It is the lighthouse. It is one of the very lights, like this one, like that one over there. So those are realities, possibilities, different universes. And I imagine that back there, neither of these universes could result in me actually fulfilling the deal, because the deal with Lutesses was officially a fake. Was it? Yes, I state now that it was literally a fake, and I'm coming to this conclusion just because, I mean, this whole thing was just a trick. Their interest was that Elizabeth doesn't get brainwashed.
Where are we?
The destruction of New York doesn't happen and everything like that.
All different and all similar. Constants and variables.
Oh yeah.
There's always a lighthouse.
And what I would say,
There's always a man.
fluctuations and
There's always a
bifurcations.
How do you know this?
I can see them through the doors. You, me, Columbia, Songbird. Sometimes something's different, yet the same.
Constants and variables.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. This is literally what happened when we traveled through various tiers throughout this very game, and now there is a fork over here, and for all I know, this fork does not lead to any change exactly. Or maybe I'm missing something. I wonder if this game offers any choice, any difference, I mean, with that very fork. Does anything change whether I'm going to the left, I mean, straight there, or turning right? Is that light still playable around? Yeah, it is. Shadow? No shadow. Shadow? No shadow. I'm seen. Elizabeth, look at me. Look at me. She kind of doesn't want to, but she can't see me right now. Whoop! She cannot see me. Okay, back to my conclusions. Whether I could actually, even if the songbird was not the issue, even if the songbird does not prevent anything like that, even if I delivered Elizabeth to Lutece twins, that would not change anything. Comstock would still be alive, the songbird would still be around, ready for seizing her. Sooner or later, the fate of the universe will be sealed anyway. So this was just a pretext to send me to Colombia. I mean, bring us the girl, wipe away the dead. That is just a mere pretext. The thing is just to get me to Colombia, start all that mess, let the chaos begin, and occasionally that could lead to the death of Comstock, the destruction of Songbird, and finally the breakdown of this infinite circle. Yeah, there are two possible meanings for the word infinite in the title of this game. Either it means the infinity of universes we see around, or it might mean that there was infinite loop of time. I'm guessing because there were multiple realities, multiple possibilities. Whether Booker DeWitt joined the Vox Populi and tried to reclaim Elizabeth with their help, whether Booker DeWitt actually joined his old fellow Slate and try to fulfill his part of the deal with his help, whether he finally got the First Lady ship and managed to get away with Elizabeth, but I guess in that particular case Songbird would catch up with the ship and tear this thing down, finally grabbing Elizabeth and returning her back to her tower or to that brainwashing research center with multiple Einstein dolls in there. I'm guessing everything is just like that. There were the whole bunch of universes, maybe not the infinity of universes. The number is of course limited, I guess, but it is such a great number of universes that it kind of almost reaches the infinity, or in the human judgment or our cognition, it kind of relatively can be equalized to the infinity. And since Booker DeWitt tried a whole bunch of times to finish this somehow, that can be called the infinite circle or the infinite time-space loop. And I'm guessing we are trying to figure out what can break that time-space loop, because finally we have got rid of Comstock and the Songbird.
Look.
It's us.
Not exactly. We swim in
Yeah.
different oceans but land on the same shore.
I can see
It all
that.
starts with a lighthouse.
That
I
kind of
don't
repeats
understand.
everything what I have
Me
just
too.
said.
It'll happen all the same.
Why?
Because it does. Yes, it has. Yes, it will.
There's so many choices.
They all lead us to the same
But they
place.
don't matter after all, I
Where it
guess.
started.
No one tells me where to go.
Booker,
Of course.
we've already been.
Yeah, I'm guessing it has something to do with the question of fate and whether it exists, whether everything is already predestined or nothing is predestined, and kind of homo ipse sue fortune faber est. Something like this. The human being or any person is the blacksmith of his own fate, or it is not. I'm guessing neither of these two statements is correct, because something we choose, something we do, something we make, but something is predestined. Like nobody chooses parents, nobody chooses country in which you're born, nobody chooses the time in which a person is born, and everything like that kind of forms the starting background, like initial money you start with, initial resources of yours, and you sometimes cannot tell whether something is changeable or not changeable. For example, you never know whether you can become a scientist or cannot become a scientist, because only after trying that you will finally reveal the truth to yourself. If you don't try that, you will never know if that was a worthy effort or that was not an effort like at all.
Place. I was here. It's been 20 years ago, right after Wounded Knee. I was looking for...
Like when Elizabeth was
Come on now,
1 year old.
time's a-wasted.
Why
Baby?
were you here?
Oh,
Are you
why
ready
am I
to have
here?
your past erased? Are you ready to have your sins
think
cleansed? Are you
I'm
ready
here
to be
because
born
Booker
again?
DeWitt
Take
wanted
my
to
hand.
wash his slate clean, just the way
No,
this
I don't
priest
want to.
says,
You already did.
to
Didn't you?
join baptism and therefore change his personality, which is, in my opinion, impossible. You know, I have said countless of times I have never been against any religion. I like that religion helps people maintain peaceful cultural way of life, but at the same time they sometimes put too much faith in God. Like, you want to change the course of time? God. You want to change your personality? God. You want to learn to fly? God. You know, there's a popular joke on this thing. There's a man walking along the road, heavily drinking and mumbling something under his breath. Ah, if only the God did something for me to become a better man. And then after he dies, he comes to God, throwing insults at him, saying, "You are worthless, God. You have not done anything for me." And he says, "You know how many times I tried to let a lottery deliverer sell you a ticket, but if only you bought one." This is exactly the opposite of Booker DeWitt. He bought a lot of lottery tickets, but he did not do anything to change his personality. He thought that baptism could change his personality for him instead. Well, that was kind of foolish.
Yes.
Wow, have you been repeating that phrase a whole bunch of times? You don't need to sing it out.
Stop it!
Oh, Mr. DeWitt! Oh, God!
You didn't go through with it.
Think a dunk in the river's gonna change the things I've done? Let's get out of here. Hey, these doors of yours, they're all tears, right? Well, open one up. Open one up to Paris. I want to be
Seriously.
sure of all this.
Not until we find Comstock.
Comstock's dead!
No.
No.
He was here. This way.
Well, what? He was here. Oh, I'm guessing. Okay, I'm starting to guess what happens. Those doors are tears, therefore we, first of all, tried to enter one of those that would lead us to Comstock. Because we need to know where Comstock still is. Just the mere fact that we killed Comstock does not say that Comstock is already dead and the future is clean and clear right now. Because we have seen a whole bunch of dead people and they turned out alive in one or several other universes, so we must find out how to get rid of Comstock for good in all the universes. Well, I'm guessing we must find the very, very first bifurcation point where Comstock was well, the very life of Comstock even started, which makes us think between two possible moments in Mr. DeWitt's life. Either it was the very moment when he was born, or it was the moment when he got baptized, and if he doesn't take baptism, he remains Booker DeWitt. If he does take baptism, he turns into Zachary Comstock. But the fact does not change anything, because his personality remains the same. His maybe his views change a little bit, but his personality stays as its own. The very same kind of thing. So we must find a way how to make it sure that Zachary Comstock never appears. I'm guessing so. Therefore, we entered this place. And well, by ending up in this case, we tried to see what happens whether Mr. DeWitt does not get baptized. Therefore, probably Zachary Comstock does not appear in any universe, because we don't get baptized. Let's see if that works out.
And what of my bets?
Bring us the girl? and wipe away the debt.
This is the man who hired me to find you.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Robert Latesse.
The girl for the debt.
Yeah, exactly. Now Booker reasonably asks the question, if Comstock is done for, the debts are not. Anyway, is his girl still there? Let's see.
Wait.
Oh.
This is wrong.
She is.
What is this? It was no baby.
How's that?
I remember. No, there was no baby, and if there was, I sure as hell wouldn't give it over to this guy.
Booker, you don't leave this room until you do.
DeWitt,
Ooh.
time is running short. Bring us the girl, and wipe away the debt.
What the hell with the time? You got the whole bunch of time, right? You know, you can open tiers with your contraption and booyah! Lots of time. And okay, I'm guessing I have no choice. And I like when this is done in games. Like, hey, the game wants you to perform one single action without any options. And that thing is justified because Elizabeth can now see through all the tears in all the universes. And in neither of these universes I have managed to keep the baby. In each of them I finally gave the baby to Mr. Robert Latesse. Just listen to that tragic music. Okay, I'm guessing I have to.
Go ahead.
No.
You can wait as long as you want. Eventually
Exactly.
you'll give him what he wants.
How do you know all this?
I can see all the doors.
How do you ask questions?
And what's
You're still
behind
asking
all the
questions,
doors.
Mr. DeWitt.
And
That
behind
is
one of them,
worthless.
I see him.
Comstock.
Sure. Comstock's still alive. So, the conclusion is the fact whether he took baptism or whether he did not take baptism does not prevent the appearance of Zachary Comstock, irrespective of this choice. So this bifurcation is not the one
What
of
choice
those
do
we
I have?
seek.
The debt's paid. Mr. Comstock washes you of all your sins.
Here we go.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
Sure,
There was no
we are in the
baby.
very beginning
The
once
deal
again.
was I go to Columbia
The
to
time
get
loop
you.
still functions.
Booker.
It is still in effect.
Oh. I remember. What I remember.
Now we've upset him.
I don't expect
Oopsie.
this next bit will do much for his mood.
Come on.
Another universe. One of those.
What are we doing?
Again,
Comstock's
where DeWitt
dead.
is
We
dead.
can just go on with our lives. You don't need
Dead?
to.
You mean like Chenlin? Like Lady Comstock?
oh, I just cannot go
He
in
is
there.
alive
I
in
wonder
a
if the
million,
coin is still
million worlds.
in this.
It's not
Cabin.
over because the prophet is dead. It will only be over when he never even lived in the first place.
Exactly. This is what I have already said preemptively. This is the very thing I have already guessed without you mentioning that. So, the fact that the nose was bleeding says that Comstock is dead. Okay. But that does not change anything, because in other universes Comstock is still alive, and okay, killing Comstock does not change anything. Preventing the baptism, the baptizing process does not change anything either. It's still over here. DeWitt, bring us the girl, what were the dead? This is your last chance. It was the last chance all the way before, when I started the game. And to prove that very logic, we have started all the way with a boat, with this very lighthouse, just because the loop of time and space, the infinite circle that is supposed to be unbroken, just as this song says, is still in effect. What are we trying to achieve by entering this door right now? Let's see here.
Hey, the deal's off. You hear me?
Oh,
The deal is off. Give her back. Give her back.
Fine.
Oh, Rosalind, what are you doing over here? That's me, I guess.
It is uncomfortable enough as it is.
It's going to be more
Oh,
uncomfortable if you don't
Elizabeth,
help
can you
now.
see this?
If I get caught, it's going to be a very long time before we see each other.
You will not get caught, I promise.
You
Oh,
can't promise me that.
go ahead and jump into this.
I'll wait, thank you.
Ah, okay. I can grab Comstock. Is that Comstock? Already? That doesn't look like Comstock. That looks like me already. Like Mr. DeWitt. Hey, don't you stick your hands in it. What if it closes?
Give her back,
You will.
you son of a bitch.
Oh, whoa! I shouldn't have standed for this long. It looks unnatural now.
On the machine.
No.
Shut it
Anna.
down. Shut down the machine now. Do
No, you cannot shut
Give
down
me
the
back
machine. It
my
will tear his
gun!
hands off.
No!
Uh-oh. Ooh. That's the story of the finger. He could not prevent this very action.
Anna.
Anna?
I'm sorry.
I'm guessing Anna is his daughter. That very baby is Anna. Okay. And where's Elizabeth? Disappeared. Vanished for good. Oh, where is she? She decided not to follow me into this universe. Okay. And by all means, I cannot pull my brains all together right now. There is no possibility of stopping Mr. DeWitt from selling his daughter to Robert Lutaz. There is no possibility to stop him from handling the baby to Rosalind through this tear, which means he will sell his daughter. Even if we got rid of Comstock, his debts are still unsettled and his daughter is still sold and his life is still miserable and we cannot do anything about it. Just because he threw his life to the blazing abyss of devil by playing cards and everything like this before.
Anna's gone.
Yeah.
You shared this room with your regret for almost 20 years.
Whoa. Whoa.
Till
Oh,
one day,
what the
a
hell?
man came to you.
Where do I even sleep?
Redemption. A chance for us to work together.
Whoa! Did you open this? Elizabeth, did you open this? What have you done? Oh wow, it teleported
I
me.
told you it would work.
See, all you know
So he must have drunk himself to the state of amnesia. That he almost does not remember anything about his past.
You suppose he branded himself as some sort of penance?
Should have.
Don't see the point. What's done is done. What's done will
Oh
be done.
yeah.
I suppose the brand is his hair shirt, as he is ours.
Wow. Okay, I can see that. He almost lost his mind.
Miss the girl. Wipe away the debt.
See?
Miss the
He's
girl.
starting to put his story together.
Wipe away
You're quite fond of this theory of yours.
He's manufacturing new memories
Poor
from his
thing.
old ones.
Well, the brain adapts.
I should know.
us
I've
the girl.
lived it.
Wow.
Wake up.
Is he drunk or his...
Booker, wake up. This is where it started.
Once again.
I sold you.
To your
None
credit,
of this
you did try
helps.
to weasel out of the deal.
This is all Comstock's fault. What if I went back? Killed him before he did any of this?
Things get set in motion.
How would one
You have
know
already
how far
started
back
that.
to go?
You've already tried that solution,
That's the only way to
haven't
do
you?
it. Go back to when he was born. And I'll smother this son of a bitch in his crib.
Wow. Do you mean to kill the baby? Do you mean to find yourself? No, that will not function. You will die then. I mean, if you destroy the very baby of yourself, you go back in time where none of the bifurcations happened, none of the time and space split was in effect. When if you go there and kill the child, you will die as well. You will simply vanish because the universe with Booker DeWitt will not exist simultaneously with the universe where Zachary Comstock was alive. You will technically kill yourself. Or basically you are stating the fact that you are supposed to go to the very moment where Zachary Comstock was born. And it happened... When? When did it happen?
Are you sure this is what you want?
I have to. That's the only way to undo what I've done to you.
I'm guessing he wants to kill... Whoa, if you go kill yourself, Elizabeth will die as well, because you will not be able to give birth to her.
What is this?
Again?
Why are we back here?
This isn't the same place, Booker.
Of course it is. I remember...
Wow.
Are you ready to leave behind all
You're
that
not-
has gone before? Wipe the
What
slate
the hell is happening?
Who
You chose to walk away, but in other oceans...
Oh, she can reduplicate herself right now.
You were born again as a different man.
Stop.
It all has to end. To have never started. Not just in this world, but in all of ours.
Oh, I haven't seen this black and white dress of hers.
Smother. Before the choice is made. Before you are
And
reborn.
what name
Wow.
take my son?
He's Zachary Comstock. He's Booker DeWitt.
Yes he is.
And both.
Oh yeah. And to change anything, you're supposed to die right here before making the choice, right? Okay. I got the idea. The very idea of it is that by killing him, they prevented the very choice. Neither of Booker DeWitt's or Zachary Comstock's now exists. But there is supposed to be somebody, right? Killing Booker DeWitt, I guess, would result either in disappearance of all his personalities, including Elizabeth, because he couldn't have given birth to her, or they literally killed Booker DeWitt before he made the choice. Therefore, Comstock could not have appeared. But Mr. DeWitt still lived before that very episode in his life, and that is kind of a very, very sad story, because just imagine that one day you wake up and they say you had such a dirty, dark past that all of your futures are now kind of crossed. You have no future under no circumstances, and that's terrible. But I really tend to believe Elizabeth, since she can see through all the tears. Very well, ladies and gentlemen, from this moment forth, I'm guessing that original Bioshock Infinite has finally reached its end. And just between us, I'm not saying goodbye to you. And that will not be the last episode for Bioshock, because we will see each other soon enough, right in the following episode, where I will start the Burial at Sea DLC of Bioshock Infinite and see everything, because I'm suspecting that somehow the case of Booker DeWitt and Elizabeth and everything like that is not yet over. I cannot close it so far. So, I will see you soon enough. Do not miss the following episode, and for now, Zauberhaft out.